Rules of Successful Trading and Investing Part 2. Hi everyone, this is Mario Singh. I'm going to be sharing with you Part 2 of what it takes to be successful in trading and investing in both the financial world and in businesses. Now, I'm going to be giving you an acronym called YES. So remember this acronym called YES. It stands for three different things. Once you have this as certain rules, you're on your way to being fairly successful in both the trading and the investing world. So let's get right into it. Let's start with the letter Y. What exactly is Y? Y stands for yield. Write it down. It is very important. In fact, I think it is probably the primary thing that all investors look for. When you're assessing a business opportunity, you're essentially asking yourself, what yield can I get out of this? Now, before you actually enter into the financial markets or a business opportunity, you need to understand yourself first. What kind of yield are you looking at? What is considered an attractive yield for you? Don't compare it with anyone else because different people have got different goals. So you set the goals for yourself. As an example, you may say, okay, I would like a yield that can actually outperform the interest rates of what I'm getting from the banks. Or it needs to outperform my country's inflation rate. Or some of you may even say, I need the yield to actually outperform my country's benchmark stock index. Now, whatever those rules are for you, write it down and now go search for a business that is able to give you the yield that you are specifically looking for. So the very first rule, Y stands for yield. Number two, the letter E stands for easy to understand. Now, I kid you not, I actually saw this sentence in one of the reports earlier that I was reading, and I'm going to quote it for you. It says this: we are cautiously optimistic regarding the upcoming financial report, which could show a consolidation of returns from the region's ETFs, especially after the Fed's hike of 25 basis points. Who in the world could understand something like that? This would be alarm bells if for you, whether or not you're a novice investor or an expert or professional investor, it would be alarm bells if there are certain things or financial jargons that you don't really understand. So you need to understand it, which is why I say the second rule is actually the ease of understanding it. Whenever you are analyzing a business opportunity or if you are trying to move and invest in the financial market, not only do you need to understand it, friends, you actually need to articulate what is going on, because chances are, if you are not able to explain it to yourself, you essentially don't understand it, and in my view, it's best to actually leave it aside. Point number three, S stands for safe and sustainable. I'm going to give you one classic example of this. Billionaire Richard Branson, who is the chairman of the Virgin Group. In 2014, he wrote an article about how he protects his downside. There were two specific examples that he gave. Number one, he went to his father and said, "Dad, I want to leave school to start a magazine." All right, and his father told him this: you have to protect your downside. Prior to you leaving school, I want you to sell $40,000 worth of advertising first. If you are able to do that, then you can confidently leave school. Number two, during his entrepreneurship journey, Richard Branson said this: he negotiated with Boeing to return the plane. Now, let me just back up a bit. This was the time that he wanted to start Virgin Atlantic. This was like his second business foray after being so successful in Virgin Records. He went to Boeing and he said, "Look, I have plans to want to start up an airline, or I'm going to call it Virgin Atlantic, but here's a negotiation with you. If for whatever reason I'm not successful in running this airline in my first year, can I return the plane to you at minimal downside or minimal losses?" And guess what? All right, Boeing actually said yes. Why? Simply because at that point of time, there were a lack of many aeroplane competitors. At that point of time, the big 800-pound gorilla in the room was British Airways, and Boeing, as a supplier of the aeroplanes, wanted to create another competitor for British Airways so that they are not held back in terms when BA negotiates with Boeing. What is the moral of the story from Richard Branson, one of the most successful and charismatic billionaire entrepreneurs around the world? You have to protect your downside. So, coming back to this very important point, it has to be safe and sustainable. You've got to check and evaluate the investment opportunity that's in front of you. Exactly how is your investment protected? So there you have it. This is a quick quip on part 2 of successful trading and investing, both in the financial markets and in businesses. You've got to go through the process of YES. How does it generate a yield? How much yield would you be earning? Is it easy to understand? And number 3, is it safe and sustainable? I hope you got massive value out of this video. This is Mario Singh signing off. I'll see you in the next video. Hi, thank you so much for watching this video. To get access to more high quality videos that's going to supercharge and fast track your business, do click on the subscribe button below. Also, don't forget to click the notification bell so that you'll be the first to know when I upload all these videos. I'll see you in the next video.